Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Okay, today we are going to be taking another look at the Collegiate. Now this is a record player, and it is a record player, not a turntable, and I'll explain a little bit what I mean by that, that I've had now for over a year. And I wanted to give you another look at it, and we're not going to look at every function, we're not going to do a full review. But I just wanted to give you my thoughts a year later to see how it's performed. There's been some interest in this record player lately in the comments, so I thought it would be beneficial and worthwhile for you guys to see kind of how it's performed, having it for a full year and using it a lot during that time. Also, we're going to be taking a look at the comment of the week. Got a really good one this week, as we always do. We've got some really great comments coming in lately, so you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great show, guys.
Welcome to Record-ology.
Okay guys, so here it is 1 year later, a little over 1 year later. Overall, I'm extremely impressed with it actually. One thing, and you can see it's got a little bit of scuffs here and there as you'd expect. I mean, I've dragged it all over the place. I've really used this as a portable player, lugging it around. It works really good to set up like that in terms of storing it. So like the front of it actually acts as a base when it's in storage mode. The handle assembly on the back here, it's got a metal band inside there, you can tell. So when you're holding it, it's a substantial, I mean this is quality. I mean it's not like cheapo. And even the plastic body is high quality. It's not flimsy whatsoever. So everything has been, I mean all of the buckles and the hinges and stuff, everything's been very, very solid. One thing that I think is kind of weird about it is that when let me show you on the side here, there's clips on both sides. And I remember the very first time, which was on camera. By the way, check out the link. I'll put it in the description and maybe above as well for the actual review video. But when I do those, I haven't touched the unit until I've filmed. So you're seeing the first time. So I remember when I lifted the lid up the first time, I was surprised that it doesn't just like rotate back and stay, but it actually comes off. So let me show you up close what these hinges look like. So it's just like a hook. And it's designed just to hook on there for the, when you need it, and then when you're done, you can put it back on like this. And at first I didn't really like that. I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying, because I wanted it to kind of just open up and kind of stay open like that, but you have to take it off and set it somewhere, but I've gotten used to that, so it doesn't bother me at all. The power and volume controls are still good. There's no noise. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. What? There's a little bit of power on there, so the thing is not plugged in right now. That's why I'm surprised. I was actually going to say, it'd be kind of cool if you could charge batteries and have it, go completely wireless, but okay, there's just a little residual energy in there to power the light. For a second I was like, okay, I just discovered a new feature with you guys. Headphone jack, I've used it a couple of times. It's got a tone control, which for those of you kids out there that don't remember, back before there was bass and treble control, you would adjust to the right for more treble heavy or high-end heavy audio, and then to the left for lower bass. So you find that happy medium, which is typically in the middle, and that works fine. It's does a good job. Built-in speakers on the front, obviously. I believe this is stereo, but the sound is good. I will say this: the volume on some records is surprisingly quiet, and I'm like, really? That's all the volume there is? Whereas other records, it seems like it's totally, that's totally fine. It fills the room and then some, and I need to turn it down. So I know sometimes you can get static that will send a little bit of a shock into the tone arm, and then that can dampen the sound until the unit's cycled off. I mean, that happens with any turntable or record player. So that's a good time to address what I was saying earlier. What is the difference between a record player and a turntable? Well, a turntable is like what we would call a higher end unit that doesn't have any built-in speakers or functionality. It just literally plays records and has to connect to a stereo, a preamp. It's designed for high-end quality sound. It's not designed to be moved around. Portable units like this and like the Victrola suitcase player, are what I would call record players. You know, they play records at varying degrees of quality, and they have other features that are the primary aspect of them, such as portability and whatnot, style, and sometimes both. So this unit is designed to be portable. It's not designed to be, you know, set in one place for its entire life. So you sacrifice a little bit in terms of, I wouldn't even necessarily use sacrifice in terms of fidelity, because this unit is excellent, but sometimes that trade-off between a record player and a turntable is that you sacrifice some quality in terms of the audio experience or control over the audio in exchange for the portability. One thing that I absolutely love about this record player is the fact that it's got an Audio-Technica cartridge and stylus. You're getting a magnetic cartridge on a portable turntable, which is phenomenal. The 45 RPM adapter is pretty typical. The platter is small. It's designed with, it's a plastic platter. It's designed with these rubber feet to support, you know, any size record you have. So one of the questions I get from time to time is, well, can you play a 12-inch record on this? Absolutely. It definitely supports 12-inch records, and we're going to actually play one here in a minute. But you know, it does a great job. It's a different design than I've seen before. So Crosley is using this style of magnetic cartridge with the Audio-Technica stylus and everything on a lot of their units now, which is good. It's an upgrade from the ceramic cartridge with the red tip for sure. If you pan to the left here, you'll see back here it actually has a hidden feature, and Via Westlife told me about this, and it's an adjustable counterweight, which is really cool. It's not measured and it doesn't move that much, but you back it out a little bit, you can definitely lighten the tracking force, which is really, really cool. It's a nice hidden feature. On the back here is obviously where the power supply is stored, and I think that that is a cool way to do it. Now, if you look on the back of this compartment door, let me flip it around here, you can see that's where the actual product label is. Shows the model number and the manufacture date, so that's pretty cool. I think this is actually a very smart way to store the power supply, and that clip has worked perfectly, you know, no issues whatsoever. All right guys, you can hook it up to your computer via the USB jack here on the right. Also, there is an aux-in capability if you want to hook up your phone and really use this like other suitcase style players, which this is not, but like a suitcase player, you can hook up an aux input. So if you want to listen to either a tape source or your phone or something like that, this really works as an all-in-one unit. Okay, so let's go ahead and play a record. Now for the poll of the week, and we do a poll every Friday usually, I asked you what musical instrument was your favorite, so that I would know what type of music we would use for the demo. And the winner was electric guitar. So we are going to be listening to this wonderful album right here. This is Chester and Lester featuring Les Paul and Chet Atkins, each of which are playing a Gibson and a Gretsch electric guitar respectively. Again, highly recommended, you guys. This little brush does a great superficial cleaning job, gets the dust, gets hair off the record, and you can see every time just what a good job it does. So we're going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a play here once I get all the dust off, or a reasonable amount. One thing that is a bit of a challenge with this record player is there's no cueing lever. So you have to manually lift that and drop it very gently, and that's hard for me because I have shaky hands. But let's give it a listen.
Oh yeah, you got that. Hey, Mom, you're on the air, Chet. You see that red light, Chet? Don't get it confused. That means we're on the air.
Okay guys, and that's pretty much it. You know, it's worked really, really well. I've had no issues whatsoever, no malfunctions, no breaking, nothing wearing out. I use it a lot. It does all 3 speeds, so I can play 78s, even though it does have the micro groove stylus. I know that that's not ideal, though it's not going to damage anything. I get a lot of requests for this one. It works well just as a standalone. The quality of the sound is awesome. You got headphone jacks, so you can, you know, hook it up to a bigger sound system if you wanted to. It's completely portable. Audio-Technica cartridge and stylus, and yeah, it's been a real winner for me. So highly, highly recommended.
And now, it's time for Comment of the Week! Yeah!
And this week's comment of the week comes from Tommy Dubs, who says, "You certainly know how to talk a lot." And he's got it right, because I do. This one made everybody that I know laugh, because it's true. So this one wins comment of the week. Your comment can win comment of the week. So stay involved, stay engaged in those comments. I try to be in there a little bit every day. I try to respond to your questions if I can. So definitely go ahead and comment when you can. All right, guys, and there it is, the almighty Crosley Collegiate. Like I said, great record player. It is, it's performed very, very well for me. Highly recommended. If you want to get a Crosley Collegiate record player, you can do so. Comes in blue, obviously. I think they have a red, and I'm not sure if that's it. There may be a black, but there's certainly a blue and a red. But if you want to get one just like this, click in the link in the description. I've got a great price on one for you there. I've also got a link to the brush that we used. And so yeah, it's super cool, highly recommended. I want to thank each and every one of you for being out there. I appreciate you more than you can even imagine. We got a great show coming up this Wednesday, actually, so you're not going to want to miss that. That's going to be the Record-ology Express show. So don't miss that. Lots of fun in the chat, lots of fun in the feed this week. We're going to do some polls and things and maybe upload some pictures and stuff. So you're not going to want to miss it. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. But until next time, happy record hunting. We'll see you next time.
I'm not very good at this.
Neither am I.
Okay, what can we lose?
Thank you for watching Record-ology Deluxe. Don't forget to subscribe and watch our midweek show Record-ology Express on Wednesdays.